But what if I told you the biggest thing holding women back in midlife isn't their age, it's a lie. A lie so many brilliant, loving, capable women believe every single day. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Have you ever caught yourself saying, maybe this is just how life is now? Maybe the marriage is what it is. Maybe your confidence is gone. Maybe your best years are behind you. And little but little, you stop expecting more. But what if I told you the biggest thing holding women back in midlife isn't their age, it's a lie. A lie so many brilliant, loving, capable women believe every single day. And once you see it, you can never unsee it. Because today we're talking about the biggest lie women tell themselves. Are you ready? Here's the lie. It's too late for me. By the end of this video, I want to show you why that thought is false, where it comes from, and how to break free from it starting today. Because your life may not be winding down, it may just be waking up. So stay with me. All right, so let's talk. So, how does this lie get planted? I don't think women wake up one day and just decide to believe limiting things about themselves. Usually, life whispers it to us, sometimes through disappointments, sometimes through betrayal, sometimes years of putting everyone else first. You spend decades caring for children, supporting your spouse, helping family, and somewhere along the way, you disappear. And then one day you look up and think, who even am I now? And here comes the lie. I'm too old to start over. But can I tell you something? That isn't truth. That is exhaustion speaking. That is conditioning speaking. That is fear talking. And fear has a very convincing voice. It does sound practical, it sounds reasonable, and it sounds like wisdom and experience. But often, it's just a prison. I've had these type of conversations before with women in their 40s and 50s and 60s and beyond. They tell me, I had dreams once, but that was when I was younger. And I just listened to that. Like, dreams have an age limit? Says who? Be careful not to accept a story you would never consciously choose, but so many women do. The law says you missed it. Truth says you're just getting clear. The law says you're too old. Truth says you have wisdom now. The law says you should have changed years ago if you were going to do it. Truth says today is still a beginning. That matters because what you believe determines what you attempt, and what you attempt shapes your future. So, how do we erase the lie? Well, here are some steps to help you do that. Step number one, catch the lie. This week, notice every time you say, I can't, I'm too old, that ship has sailed, it's probably too late. Now, when you think that thought, write it down because awareness is where freedom starts. You cannot replace a lie you don't recognize. You see, this lie doesn't just steal dreams, it steals your identity. It keeps women settling for less than they deserve, settling in relationships, settling in self worth, settling in routines that drain them. And here's what really breaks my heart. Many women call settling being realistic. No, being realistic is acknowledging where you are. Settling is believing nothing can improve. Huge difference. I once talked to a woman who kept saying, I'm just trying to survive. And I asked her, when did surviving become enough? She started crying because she realized she hadn't lived intentionally in years. That moment changed her. Sometimes healing starts with a question. Maybe yours is, where have I accepted less than what I want? Now, just think about that for a moment. Now it's time to break the lie. Now let's talk about the freedom. because awareness without action changes nothing. All right, here we go. Step number 2, rewrite the story. Instead of it's too late for me, say my next chapter can be my strongest one. Instead of I've wasted years, say life has prepared me. And you know what? Words matter because thoughts repeated become your beliefs, and beliefs repeated then become who you think you are. It becomes your identity. Step number 3, start small. Women often think reinvention means dramatic change. No, it can begin tiny. Just take one class, start walking, set one boundary, read one growth book, launch one idea, have one brave conversation. Tiny moves build massive momentum. A woman in her 60s once told me she always wanted to write. She believed it was too late for her to do that. So I told her I recommended just write one page, just one. And then one page became 10, and 10 became a manuscript. So you see that one lie was broken and a new identity was born. That's how transformation happens quietly, incrementally, powerfully. But if I'm honest, the too late lie often hides underneath a lie that's beneath that. Because maybe even bigger, and it's this: I'm not worth becoming more. Wow. Now that one runs deep because sometimes it isn't age stopping women, it's worthiness wounds. They don't believe they deserve joy, peace, expansion, love, success. But hear me, you do not have to earn permission to become who you were meant to be. You already have it. So I want to give you a special challenge, a 3-day reset to get rid of those lies. Day 1, identify one lie you've believed about yourself and write it down. Cross it out. Now replace it. Day number 2, do one brave thing, small but brave. One thing future you will thank you for. Day number 3, ask yourself, what would I pursue if I believed it wasn't too late? Then take one step, not 10, one, because action destroys lies. If no one has told you lately, your story is not over, you are not behind, you are not disqualified, and you're not too late. Some women peak in their 20s and some awaken at 55 and others come alive at 70. There is no expiration date on becoming who you were meant to be. I need you to hear that. There is no expiration date on becoming the person you were meant to be. And maybe the biggest lie women tell themselves is believing they've already seen the best that life has to offer them. What if your best chapter hasn't happened yet? What if it starts now? If this video spoke to you, tell me in the comments, what lie are you refusing to believe anymore? And if you're ready for your next chapter and you would like for me to help you with that and give you insight, subscribe to my channel because in the next video, I'm sharing the hidden habits that keep women stuck in midlife without realizing it. And that video may change everything. I'll see you there.